Yo, fishing squad. Welcome back to Fishing 24 Hours, your go-to Channel 4 epic fishing adventures, pro tips, and stories that get your heart racing. Today we re-diving into a game-changing skill, how to make simple yet effective fishing bait that saves you cash but still drives fish wild. No need for fancy, expensive store-bought stuff. Just grab a few cheap ingredients, and you'll whip up bait that pulls carp, tilapia, bass, and catfish to your hook like they're under a spell. This video will break down easy bait recipes, mixing tips, storage, and tricks to make them work like magic, turning America's rivers and lakes into your personal fish hunting playground. Grab an ice-cold soda, chill out, and let's jump into this adventure across the USS waterways. It all kicked off one sweltering afternoon on the Colorado River in Texas, where the water flowed slow, cypress trees lined the banks, and the sun beat down with no shade in sight. The carp and tilapia were playing hard to get, ignoring our hooks. My crew and I rolled up with pricey commercial pellets, casting near the bank, pumped to fill our buckets. But our floats just sat there, teased by tiny fish nibbling away. I was about to pack it in when my buddy Jake, our group's trick tester who's always got a new hack, grinned and said, "Yo, ditch the store-bought stuff. Mix cornmeal, sweet potato, honey, and some sour yogurt. Carp will swarm it." I gave it a shot. Mixed up a batch with cornmeal, mashed sweet potato, honey, and yogurt. Spread some chum near the reeds, and cast. In under 8 minutes, my float dove, and I reeled in a 6-pound carp, thrashing like a rock star in the Colorado's muddy water. The crew went wild, hollering under the Texas sun. That day I hooked more big fish, my bucket heavy, grinning like a kid. That's when it hit me. Homemade bait, done right, is a total game changer. This video will spill all the secrets on making simple, budget-friendly bait that fish can't resist. From recipes for carp, tilapia, bass, and catfish to mixing, storing, and pro tricks, I'll explain why homemade bait rocks, how to pick ingredients, gear, timing, and techniques. Share stories from the Colorado River and Toledo Bend Lake, plus tips for beginners and safety notes. These tricks work across America's waterways, from Texas's winding Colorado to Louisiana's sprawling Toledo Bend, helping you land big fish like a pro. Let's dive in. Homemade bait shines because it's cheap, easy to make, and packs a custom scent that hooks fish. In shallow, murky rivers and lakes like the Colorado or Toledo Bend, with no shade, fish rely on smell to find food. Store-bought pellets are convenient but pricey, and their scents can get stale, losing appeal. Homemade bait, using cornmeal, sweet potato, yogurt, or live shrimp, lets you tweak the smell for each fish. Tilapia loves sweet, fishy baits like honey-mixed cornmeal. Carp go for fragrant, sturdy baits like fermented rice. Bass chase live, shrimp, or shiny lures. Catfish crave stinky fish meal. I've tried commercial bets on the Colorado, but homemade mixes drew fish faster every time. For tilapia, a simple recipe. 1 part toasted cornmeal, 1 part wheat flour, half a part mashed sweet potato. 1 tablespoon honey, 1 tablespoon sour yogurt. Mix dry ingredients, add lake water slowly until sticky, form 0.2-inch balls for size 6 to 8 hooks. This sweet fishy bait had tilapia biting hard at Toledo Bend in 7 minutes. For natural bait, use worms 2 to 3 inches on size 7 hooks, cast to the bottom 6 to 8 inches deep. Store bait in a sealed, cool container away from sun to prevent souring. Pro tip: add a splash of pandan juice for extra scent, or spread fishy chum 15 minutes before to gather fish. The carp loves sturdy, fragrant bait. Recipe: 1 part cooked rice, 1 part toasted cornmeal, half a part soybean meal. 1 tablespoon sour yogurt, 1 tablespoon honey. Blend well, add lake water until firm, form 0.2-inch balls for size 6 to 8 hooks. This bait holds its scent long, perfect for the Colorado River's grassy banks. Natural option, fat worms, swapped every 15 minutes. Store in a sealed, cool container. Pro tip: twitch your rod every 5 minutes to spread scent, or add a dash of vanilla to tempt carp more. Base need live bait or lures. Live bait fresh shrimp, 1 to 2 inches. Hooked on size 4 to 6 hooks, cast near reeds. Frogs hooked through the thigh, kept alive, Work in still water like Toledo Bend. Lures, shiny. 2 to 3 inches, red or silver, twitch to mimic prey. Store live bait in a lake water bucket with a mini oxygen pump. Pro tip: cast near grass and twitch every 3 seconds to create ripples, drawing bass in. Catfish crave stinky bait. Recipe: 2 parts fish meal, 1 part cornmeal, 1 tablespoon fish oil, 1 tablespoon sour yogurt. Mix dry, add lake water. Form 0.3-inch balls for size 5 to 7 hooks. Natural bait: clean chicken offal, cut into 1-inch pieces, hooked on size 5 hooks. At Toledo Bend, fish meal with oil had catfish biting nonstop. Store in a sealed, cool container. Pro tip: spread fishy chum 15 minutes before. Cast deep, 8 to 12 inches. Gear needs to match your bait. Use a 12 to 15-foot rod for tilapia and carp. 9 to 12 feet for bass, 15 to 18 feet for catfish. A 14-foot rod is ideal for the Colorado's open banks. Pick a 2,000 to 3,000 reel for tilapia and carp. 3,000 to 4,000 for bass and catfish. A 2,500 reel balances most fish. Main line at 0.25 to 0.30 millimeters for tilapia and carp, 0.30 to 0.35 millimeters for bass and catfish. Leader at 0.20 to 0.25 millimeters. At Toledo Bend, a 0.22 millimeters leader hid hooks well. Use sensitive 2 to 3 gram floats, red or yellow, for tilapia and carp. 4 gram floats for catfish, no float for bass. Weights at 2 to 3 grams for tilapia and carp, 3 to 4 grams for catfish. Hook size 6 to 8 for tilapia and carp, 4 to 6 for bass, 5 to 7 for catfish. Timing affects bait performance. Tilapia and carp feed best early morning, 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m., and late afternoon, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Base hunt at dawn or dusk. Catfish bite best at night, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. or early morning. Avoid midday heat, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. In cool seasons, November to February, tilapia and carp prefer fishy baits, cast to the bottom, 6 to 8 inches. In warm seasons, May to August, they like sweet baits, cast mid-water, 4 to 6 inches. Bass and catfish stick to their preferences year-round, but live baits shine in summer. Technique matters. For tilapia and carp, cast gently to the bottom, 6 to 8 inches. The sensitive float set to balance 8, fish 4. Watch the float. Big fish sink it steadily, small fish twitch it. Wait for a full sink, set lightly. For base, cast live baits near reeds, twitching every 3 seconds. Catfish, cast deep 8 to 12 inches, near chum, waiting for a full float dive. On the Colorado, I lost a base by setting too soon, so patience is key. When big fish bite, set firmly. Keep the rod at 45 degrees. Reel steadily. Stay flexible. Watch other anglers. If they're hooking big fish, ask about their bait. At Toledo Bend, I copied a guy's honey mix bait and landed tilapia fast. Swap baits if fish don't bite. Worms for tilapia, shrimp for bass, fish meal for catfish. Stay quiet, avoid splashing. Look for bubbles or fish wakes. If your float's still, switch baits or chum. On the Colorado, fishy chum kept catfish coming. One scorching afternoon on the Colorado River, with cypress trees swaying and no shade, carp were picky. My buddies used store-bought pellets, their floats dead. I picked a grassy bank, spread fishy chum, cast honey-mixed cornmeal bait with a 2.5 gram red float. In 8 minutes, my float sank, and I reeled in a 6-pound carp, thrashing hard, the crew shouted. That bait's fire! I hooked more big fish, my bucket heavy, a Texas memory for the ages. Another time, early morning at Toledo Bend Lake, with murky water and pine trees looming, tilapia were hiding. My friends used worms, no luck. Your spread chum, cast sweet potato yogurt bait with a 3 gram orange float. It sank in 7 minutes, and I pulled up a 4-pound tilapia, gleaming in the sunrise. The gang cheered. Homemade bets unreal. I added more big fish, feeling like the king of the lake. new to fishing. Try simple baits. Honey mixed cornmeal for tilapia, fermented rice for carp, live shrimp for bass, fish meal for catfish. Cast to the bottom for tilapia and carp. Near reeds for bass, deep for catfish. Know what baits and spots work. If your float's still, switch baits or chum. Fish early mornings, late afternoons, or nights for catfish. Stay quiet, be patient, safety first. Avoid slippery banks on the Colorado after rain. At Toledo Bend, wear a life jacket near outflows. Keep noise low, avoid shadows. Store bait in a cool, sealed container. Prep is everything. Check sunrise and sunset times via apps for prime windows. 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m., 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., or 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. for catfish. Pack baits. Honey mixed cornmeal, worms, shrimp, fish meal. Store in a cool container. Bring a 14-foot rod, 2,500 reel, 0.30 millimeters line, size 4 to 8 hooks, 2 to 4 gram weights, 2 to 4 gram floats. Pack a chair, sunshade, non-slip shoes. Watch for bubbles or fish wakes. If no bites in 15 minutes, move or refresh bait. Level up by twitching the rod, adding pandan or fish oil, or picking spots by ripples. In crowded waters, find a quiet corner. These tricks make you a pro. Homemade bait turns America's rivers and lakes into big fish playgrounds. Simple recipes with cornmeal, sweet potato, and honey make fish go crazy. Every cast with the right bait, fish swarming under cypress shade, feels like a true adventure. When your float sinks, heart pounding, rod gripped tight, that's the angler's moment. Rookie or pro, these tips make you the boss of any water. That's a wrap, squad. We've cracked the homemade bait code, from recipes to technique. Hope you're pumped to test it. Smash like, share with your fishing crew, and subscribe to Fishing 24 Hours for more epic guides. Got a killer bait story? Drop it in the comments, I'm dying to hear. Tight lines, monster catches. See you on the next adventure.